Sam, over in the front. First of all, congratulations on the victory. I guess, what are the emotions now? We saw right after the win, your coach, Safe, was running around picking you up, yelling, underdog, underdog. So what are the emotions now?
Man, it feels good. I don't mind being the underdog. I make a lot of people a lot of money, so I'm happy. I know my boyfriend told me he put $1,000 on me, which I wish he wouldn't have told me that, but he owes me a very good dinner. I'll tell you that.
When did he tell you that?
Like a couple days ago, I think I was like a plus 400 or something like that. So I was like, I love it. I love it.
We have to talk about the first round. How close were those rear naked chokes that you got?
Those chokes were deep. I'm not even gonna lie. But Coach gives me great advice, as everybody knows here. If I'm in a bad position, fight to get a good one. And I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna continue to fight and fight and fight until either the curtains go out or I get out. So I'm not gonna tap. I'm just gonna get out of that position. So.
We could also hear your corner out there, like they were yelling, like she's gassed, she's exhausted. How, like, going from the first into the second, the beginning, could you just tell right away that she was out of it?
Yeah, I knew the chances of me winning were going to double and triple if I go into the second and third. She's every fight that she's been in, she's gotten out in the first round. So I knew she wasn't going to be used to my pace, and two, my gas tank. So that just is my like ace in the hole. I'm going to play that until till I meet somebody else who has a gas tank like I do. So.
The final one for me, I guess, when do you want to return, and like how quick? What do you want the rest of your year to look like?
Oh, that's up to Coach. I'm always going to say yes, and whatever he says goes. So I'm just, he's the pilot, I'm the co-pilot, and we're just running this plane until we can't anymore. Or actually, no, until we have that belt strapped around us. So yeah.
Because obviously, the last two rounds are clearly yours, but I'm wondering if you were thinking, oh man, was that first round potentially a 10-8? Could this be a tie, or were you convinced that you're like, no, I've got this?
Yeah, part of me thought it could be a 10-8 round, but you just have to keep going and keep fighting and make that second round the best you can be, and the third round the best it can be. So I knew the pace that I was putting on her, and she looked like she was in a lot of trouble. She looked like she was kind of drowning in the second and third round. So I just knew I had it, whether it was a 10-8 or not.
Your gas tank is obviously very good itself, but when you see your opponent clearly withering, right, in the third round, her legs are so heavy, does it just almost amplify what you've already got?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of funny. I fought her teammate, Estella Nunes, in that fight. I saw Estella take a very deep breath, and then I knew I had her. And then after Coach said, in this fight, she's gassed. I was like, okay. Now my confidence is ramping up. So it feels good. Cardio's 50%, and Coach always tells me that. So you got to manage the controllables. If you can control cardio, then by God, you should be fucking working cardio like a madman. And that's what I do every single day.
Did he teach you the F-bombs that you keep dropping tonight?
Maybe. Maybe. Sorry, Coach.
You mentioned that in the camp that you really ramped up your wrestling. Is that where you felt like for this particular fight, or is that just something in general that you thought that you really sort of needed to bring up?
Yeah, you guys saw in the Piera fight that I got taken down, I think 5 out of 10 times. So I worked with Charles Bird, and he just told me, hey, you got to be defiant. You got to have a little chip on your shoulder, and just be mad if somebody takes you down. Like, be really, really upset. So I had that chip on my shoulder, and I got taken down twice in the first round, which is my mistake, But again, I'm just going to continue to work on that. And for the 5 months after the Piera fight, I just worked wrestling. And, Monday I'm going to go back and work wrestling and continue to grow and continue to get better. And I deserve to be here. And I think I proved that tonight, in front of a crowd, in front of everybody. So I'm happy to be here. I love to fight. This makes me so happy. So I'm going to continue to do what I do in that octagon.
Kind of playing off that, there were times where you got to the ground where obviously that was probably where she was more dangerous out of the game. You could kind of hear your coach saying, stand up. But is there a part of you that wants to show the growth, wants to show the impression, that you've improved and stay down there and maybe finish her on the ground?
No, I have no ego in there. If coach is telling me to get up, I need to get the fuck up. But she was stronger than I was thinking. She was very strong, had very good head control. So when she wrapped the body lock around me in guard, it was very difficult to get up. And I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I should have gotten up. I should have done the steps that I needed to do to get up and get out. But yeah, she was a lot stronger than I was expecting her to be. But that's okay. We're just continuing to work and continue to grow.
And last thing for me, was there a lot of hands in the gloves going on out there?
Yeah,
'Cause it seems
yeah.
like we were hearing and seeing some of that, but we couldn't quite make it out on the TV.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of funny because in the first round, I heard her yell to the ref that my hands were in her gloves, and then and they weren't. But then after that, she kept putting her hands in my gloves. So I was like, well, maybe I don't know what her thought process was, but definitely they were in there. So that made it a little bit more difficult. But it doesn't matter because I'm not going to use excuses. I just need to work, and I just need to get to a better position.
Back here. Over here.
Oh,
Hey, how you
hello.
doing? Congratulations on the win. You're improving fight after fight. You can see the improvements. What's next for you? Do you want to stay active for the remainder of the year, or what's next for you?
Yeah. My mom always said, idle hands are the devil's playground. So I love to be active. I just want to keep training. I just want to keep fighting. As active as coach wants me to be, that's as active as I'll be. But I'm going to continue to be in the gym every single day. So whatever that means. I know that he's going to talk to Mick, and then we're going to figure out what's next. But I'm just happy to be here. There you go. Yeah.
And with you winning your boyfriend so much money, what presents does he owe you now? What are you entitled to?
A lot. All of it, probably.
All of it?
Yeah.
150% of it.
Definitely.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.